Well, hello guys, PokePlayer, and today I'm back for another Wi-Fi battle, and this one is a Wi-Fi battle against Juice. He has a Twitter, but he actually shares a Twitter with other people. I'm not sure. I think it's Pokemon Imperium. It's on Twitter and they give away a lot of cool stuff, so I will leave the Twitter link in the description below. I would definitely check it out. I do have some Pokemon from these guys. But this is a battle with my Trick Room team, my NU Trick Room team, and it is a lot of fun and it works so well. As you guys can see in this battle, it's so great. So, well, let's see what we decided to lead off with. I decided to lead off with my Randall. I hope you guys get that reference, and he leads off with the Golbat. So now I was kind of predicting a taunt or something like that to come my way, and I didn't like that, so I switched out into the Marowak, but he goes for the Toxic actually, but that's fine. I don't mind that. But I do have the knockoff on my Marowak, as you guys can see in a second. So he goes for the taunt, predicting me to set up rocks, I think. So I go for the knockoff, and it does knock off its item, and it still does a great amount of damage. I don't know if it's physically or specially defensive. It probably is physically defensive, because it's a really good defensive wall. And I switch out, not wanting to, and knowing that I can't really OHKO him for that range, so I go into my Camerupt, the beast itself. This is the best Trick Room sweeper in my opinion. It is so great. Oh my gosh, Camerupt, so much power. You can see it right here. Mega Evolving, looking awesome and great. I bred this myself, by the way. And he goes for the Toxic. Oh yeah, I didn't set up my Trick Room quite yet. That's why he outsped me. I kind of thought I did, but I go for the Fire Blast. This is defensively built, the Golbat, and look at this, one-shotting it. So powerful. Fire Blast with the Sheer Force boost, it's too good. So now my opponent decides to switch in his Dory, which is the Donphan, and I'm not a fan of Donphan. So I go out and switch out and go into my Executor, knowing that it can take hits because it's max defensive. And well, he goes for the Earthquake, doesn't do enough damage, nearly enough damage, and I go for the Trick Room right here, because I know I can take Ice Shots from that range, and it looks like a 2-hit KO, but my opponent decided not to go for another Ice Shard. I'm not totally sure why. It might be a misclick, or he had another thought process, but he brings me into the range of the Petaya Berry to boost me, so I go for the Giga Drain, sapping up a lot of health, bringing him down to the 30, but he surprises me with the weakness policy, which is really dangerous. I might want to try that out as well. Weakness policy Donphan, it looks really good. So now he is at the weakness policy, and I'm at the range of health where it might be getting close to actually getting the kill, but my Executor lives on 15 health, which is great. Getting another boost, which in the end doesn't matter too much, but this is so great. So I go for the Psychic. Of course, finishing him off, he's at 1 HP, but my Executor is not able to actually get off a sweep once. It's so unfortunate, because my opponent has the Quick Attack, and I was thinking about this move, so I stay in or not, but I know the Quick Attack is coming. There's no other reason, or the Detect, or the Protect, so he goes for the Quick Attack right here, which is perfect because my Dusclops is immune and physically defensive, so even the knockoff won't do enough damage, nearly enough damage. So I set up my Trick Room once again because it ran out right here, I believe. Yes, there we go, we set up a Trick Room once again. And well, Dusclops is the perfect Trick Room setup Pokemon, because it tanks hits for days. A Shadow Ball from this thing will probably just do over half, but now I switch him to my Executor just to set it off. I needed to save switch him because this was a really dangerous Pokemon, and well, I switch into my Artillery actually, knowing that I can outspeed it after the Trick Room and the Surf will decimate him. So I did not go for the Focus Energy because I run Focus Energy. What's the move? Well, I do go for the... But now I think it's strange. it was a bug or something like that, because it didn't tell me that the trick room ran out, but it outsped me, and there's no way Gilventula can is slower than an artillery. So this was kind of strange. I don't know what happened right there. I might have missed it or something, but oh well, it's alright. It didn't really matter in the long run. But the boosting critical hit ratio item I've got is the sniper, no, the something I don't know the name of that thing, but it boosts the critical hit ratio. So that means it's a sniper critical hit ratio boosting focus energy. It's so much power if you actually get it off. So now I set up my trick room once again, and my opponent actually surprised me with a great cloister set actually. So I go for the drain punch, doing quite a good amount of damage considering it has so much defense, and now he goes for the substitute. So I'm glad I stayed in, because it would have been a pain to get around with if he had the substitute up. So I break the substitute, and my opponent goes for the icicle spear. He gets one crit, which in the long run might have mattered actually. I'm not totally sure. So looking at it, it seems like I could take one more, but he actually gets the crit right there. So that's unfortunate, but after all, it actually worked out pretty well in my favor. So I have set up the trick room 2 turns ago, so I can go into my Boomerang. Not my Boomerang, my Marowak. Go for the knockoff from that range, will kill, because Marowak is such a beast in trick room. It's so great. 160 base attack with the Thick Club, which is so great. Oh, so much power. So he switched in the Zangoose, knowing that he can detect the trick room away, which is unfortunate. Trick room should have an item that boosts it, but unfortunately enough it doesn't. So after that, the trick room, oh wow, yeah, you guys saw that the camera just changed a bit. That was because my cat walked into it. So he goes for the facade right here, and that takes me out from that range. I was kind of hoping I could take one, because Marowak is quite defensive, but unfortunately enough it doesn't. So I go to my Never Dies, knowing that he can't really touch me. I haven't seen knockoff on it quite yet. I've seen detect, quick attack and facade. It might have the knockoff, but he didn't show me in the battle, so I don't think he had it. So now he switches into his chandelier, and I can't really hurt this thing because I only have the fixed damage Nightshade, which won't kill it, of course. So I go into my headline hoping to take one Shadow Ball, which I do, because this thing is defensively, well, it's not defensively invested. Well, it has the HP investment, of course, but it takes hits so well. It's such a great Pokemon. Mega Game Robbed, it's good, very good in NU. So I go for the Fire Blast right now. No, I go for the Earth Power, know that it will take out both of my opponent's Pokemon that he has left. So the Earth Power will take out the Zangoose, and now it all depends, will the Trick Room stay up for one more turn? And it does, which is perfect. So now he switches in his Shady, which is not going to like this Earth Power, and that is the game. A very narrow 2-0 victory in my favor. The Toxic Bull would have taken me out after this turn, so that means it's actually a 1-0 win in my favor. So that's great. Good game, Juice. It was really fun. Definitely check out his Twitter and the other guys who run that Twitter. It's really cool. They do RGTSs. That's crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. There will be another video up tomorrow, I believe, and then I'll see you guys in my next video.